Kristen Hoover here, Senior Executive with Usborne Books and More, and I just wanted to share with you some of our amazing atlas and geography type books. This particular title is another of our flaps. This is a little bit more heavy duty and more of a board style than the other, but still, once again, lots of little flaps. And it teaches us about the sun and the earth and the various different regions. And you can see here, looking at the running rivers and the fascinating forests. And all of these little areas here have lots and lots of little flaps. These ones haven't been opened yet before. But lots of little peek-throughs as well. The watery world drops down, some big flaps to look through. Dry world, polar, what about us, where do we live? And then have the Usborne Big Picture Atlas. Here's the table of contents for this one. And here you have a map of the world. Here's Europe. And more of Europe. And Russia. This one is a little bit more details, Western and Central Asia. Southern Asia. And it had a little bit less of the overview and goes more straight into the maps than the last one did. Southern Africa, USA and Canada, Central America and the Caribbean, South America. Anyway, and at the very back we have a section of flags. Or Lift the Flaps Picture Atlas, and this one's going to be more interactive. This one's very sturdy, pretty sturdy flaps. And this one actually also has a map at the end. I'm trying to see if I can find how many flaps there are. I'm not seeing it on the front of the book. So anyway, North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia. And so here you can see, like, we have the Nehru Science Center, and inside you can see a dance scene from the Bollywood film. Or here we have Mount Everest, and then we find out that in 1953, Edmund Hillary and Singh Norgay were the first people to climb Everest in the world's highest mountain. Oceania, and then in the back here we have a map of the whole world. So it's a nice big map to go on your wall. Anyway, if you have any other questions about our atlases or any of our geography books, we also have a geography encyclopedia. I sold my copy, and but that one's actually geared for a little bit older range kids, but still really in-depth, great resource for your library type books. This one's all about, it's a reference book all about our world. And this one is a hardback book, paper pages, whereas the last two ones that I showed you are more of a board style. You can see the various different styles and weather in various locations, the different seasons, water routes for rivers, seas and oceans, rainforests, deserts, lots and lots of beautiful illustrations. And at this age group, most of the books are going to be bite-sized little chunks of information, not a lot of writing, but lots and lots of really nice pictures. Here we have a map of the world, and then also a quiz at the very. The Children's Picture Atlas, it's $12.99. It's a hardback book, paper pages. And here's the table of contents. And you can see we have the universe, what are maps, countries and cities, people getting around, ice and snow, deserts, grasslands, forests, mountains, rivers and lakes, seas and oceans, the world, North America, South America, Australasia, Oceania, Asia, Africa, Europe, the Arctic, the Antarctic, a trip around the world, index of places. So this is a section that introduces maps and the idea of a globe, countries and cities. A little bit more information on this one than in the first reference book of our world. Learning about different peoples and cultures, different modes of transportation. And now we're getting into the climatic zones. We've got deserts and polar regions, and here are the grasslands, mountains. And then when we move into the actual continents here, you can see this one right here is North America. Here we have South America. Australia, Asia, and Oceania. So these are more of your island locations. Here is Asia. And I'm not sure if you can see in here, but it gives you some of the native animals, some of the resources of the area. Here's Africa. You can see the individual country divisions. And here is Europe. So this particular title is Weather and Climate, and it goes through and it looks at the weather in different areas in the world's different ecosystems. So we learn a little bit about weather and what it does, but then it goes into specific geographical regions and what are the different types of climates there. So we have everything from here, polar, northern forest, temperate, warm, desert, tropical, equatorial, and mountain regions. And there's lots of little flaps here for you to see what are those various different regions are like. Our flat books come in various different thicknesses. This is one of the older ones, and it has a little bit thinner flaps. Learn a little bit more about weather and clouds and how they work. You learn about the tilt of the axis, and a little bit more again about the different types of ecosystems. And here we've got the weather patterns and the air currents for the Earth as a whole. And then we look at some of the different areas, icy extremes, changing climates. If you have any questions, be sure to just comment below or send me a personal message. Thank you.